We're live.
Oh
Uh,
my.
whoa. Yeah. So, yeah. How you doing on this fine day?
Um, I am stressed out.
Why is that?
School. I
Yeah.
hate
Okay.
school.
That's
I'm gonna
fair.
drop out.
It's winter break though.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean I don't get homework.
You have homework. Oh. Oh. That's not cool. Actually, I think I do as well. Cause, uh, German. I don't know.
Oh,
I
it's German.
I'm gonna try to petition the class to get everyone to not do it.
Nice.
Because we've done that before on accident where everyone just doesn't do something and
That's what we
it
do in
worked
my
great.
that's what we do in AP seminar.
Nice. Yeah.
That's why we've spent 2 months writing an essay.
Very cool. Yeah,
And
but
so,
so
mm.
so
But like
hopefully maybe we can delay that.
I just don't feel like doing my work because we're like virtual for a week after we come back. So
Yeah. I mean
I
like
could just do my homework in class
fuck it.
like I
Also,
usually do.
my school is attempting to go back to hybrid with more
Oh
days a
no.
week now
Ew.
when cases are the highest they've ever been. So I'm opting out of that shit. No thanks. I'm gone.
Yeah, don't do that.
Nah. Also, e-learning kind of chill, to be honest. It's like,
I like it.
yeah, it's not that you can just kind of do whatever.
I don't pay attention. And
Yeah.
then, I mean, I don't pay attention anyway. But
No. But yeah.
like, we were learning something new in calc, and I was so confused, and then I just Googled it, and I figured it out in 30 seconds.
Very
And I was
cool.
like,
Yeah, I
oh,
mean that's just how you do it. It's
why
easy.
did I, why'd we spend 30 minutes talking about
It's a
this?
good question. I don't know. All right. So I
And they made our class periods longer, which is terrible when we're online.
how long are they?
They're an hour. They used to be 44
Oh,
minutes.
stop complaining. Mine are 80 minutes.
Well, that's sad.
Yeah. All right. So I have a little bit of stuff prepared. The first thing I wrote down is fuck Wonder Woman.
The more that I think about it, the sadder I get.
Yeah. See. So last night you were defending it.
Because I always think something's good, like right after I watch it, And it was Christmas, and, you know, I was watching with my family, and I'm like, wow, we haven't watched a movie in our theater in like a long time. And I was like, this is nice. And then the dogs were there too. And then afterwards, I was like, that kind of didn't make any sense.
Just think about it for a second. Yeah, I don't know. The amount of things that just had to like ging and line up in order for the plot to make sense. Like, oh, of course the dude just okay. Spoiler warning.
Oh yeah, spoiler
I'm gonna
warning.
spoil everything. So the dude just like becomes president, and then of course there just so happens to be a thing that broadcasts everything to every radio station at once, and
But
then
that's
like
like that was an actual thing, though.
I mean
It's
okay, I don't
but
know.
except it like didn't work. It was called like the Star Wars project thingy majiggy, and
Mm-hmm.
the particle beam like it didn't actually work. I guess in the movie it worked or whatever. I don't
I
know.
guess so. Well, and also, what was the point of the '80s?
I think
There was no '80s music. Like
that is true. It was just like campy. That was it.
yes, like the whole I don't like it. I don't know. It's just like
Well, I think they had to have some sort because like the last movie was World War I, so I guess they just want to have like another like period piece kinda.
but it's not
And it's
even
it's a
that.
cool.
Like it
It's a
could have
I
just
know
as easily been in the '90s or the '70s. You can't
that is
tell.
true. It's
Like,
like, why have it today? Why
yeah,
not have it today? You know.
yeah, like,
I guess also for continuity reasons. Well, the continuity's messed up anyway. So what's the?
who cares? It's DC. They can't, nah.
I
Um,
mean, it couldn't have happened in like present day. It would have to have happened like sometime prior to the present, but they didn't really
well, yeah, okay,
incorporate
okay, but like,
80s.
I think the thing is they went about it with like, let's make a movie in the '80s, and they didn't know why. Well, no, I
Yeah,
actually I know exactly why they did it because like Thor Ragnarok and Stranger Things. Ooh, '80s are big now.
and it's a cool title.
Sure. Well, I guess.
It just makes it like, I don't know, it's a nice title. But yeah, they didn't really. All they did was like it kind of at points it felt like a movie that was like produced in the 80s, like from the 80s, the mall scene,
Oh well, yeah,
and
sure.
it was just really like
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
campy and
yeah,
over.
but
It was
I appreciate the I don't know, the the cool '80s aesthetic. That's really fun.
yeah,
But I feel like they didn't do anything new. I don't know, because I feel like
they didn't.
in stuff like Stranger Things, they had like the Arnold Schwarzenegger type unstoppable gunman guy. And like they took tropes
Mhm.
like that straight out of '80s movies, and that's so fun. I love that. They didn't
Also,
touch that in Wonder Woman.
I the movie was like a bit too long.
Mm. Yeah, that too.
They could have cut out like 45 minutes.
Yeah, yeah. And then there's like the other lady who becomes Wonder Woman, but evil, and then becomes a cat.
The cheetah.
Yeah. What was why? What was that about? I
Okay, so like cheetah in the comics, if I recall
Oh, that's a
correctly.
Wonder Woman villain. See, I didn't even get that because it didn't
Oh,
even seem like
yeah.
it was
So
dumb.
she honestly didn't need to be in the movie,
No.
um, which is another problem.
Yeah.
So, if I recall correctly, in the comics, she was like friends with Wonder Woman, and then something happened with like the Cersei, and that's how she became Sheeta or something like that. But it
I
was
don't
just
know.
like a weird.
Yeah. Well,
It was weird how they did it.
yeah, well, and I don't know. The whole thing was like, oh, so now like he can give her the anger or whatever of everyone else. Um
Hmm.
and that somehow turned her into a cat.
Well, she said she wanted to be an apex predator.
Okay, sure, but
I it
how
was
do you
she
get
didn't.
that from people?
Well,
Where
see, my thing is that she didn't actually need to turn into like Cheetah in this movie. Like
no.
they could have introduced her character and stuff, but
Yeah.
she didn't actually need to like turn into Cheetah.
Yeah. Also something that bugs me, not just about this movie, but about like all the superhero movies, is so Wonder Woman, when she loses her powers, okay, wait,
Hmm.
I should probably synopsize the plot because the movie came out like yesterday, so most people haven't seen it. Basically, bad dude oil baron gets a magic wish rock that grants wishes. He becomes the wish rock. He grants everyone their wishes. He takes stuff from them. Also, Wonder Woman gets her magic space boyfriend back at the cost of her powers. And then also, this random lady becomes a cheetah. I nailed it. Okay, so my problem with
Yes.
superhero movies is that so when Wonder Woman lost her powers, she could get hurt, and then
Hmm.
she got her powers back, and her wounds just and disappeared,
Yeah.
which um is is a little dumb Because okay, and that's true of like Superman and stuff as well. They can't get hurt. There's no
Yeah,
there's no consequence to their actions because they're indestructible. As like,
yeah.
but that's why I kind of hate like Superman's only antidote is the one cool rock, and if no one has the cool
Kryptonite.
rock, then he's unstoppable.
Mm-hmm.
No one can touch him. And like, but whose idea was that? Like, all, things only have gravity if there's a cool rock involved, and otherwise he's just there. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just didn't the magic stuff and the wishes was like too much.
Yep.
And it honestly, there are too many like leaps in logic.
Yeah.
And like whatever happened to the son's wish to have like the goodness of his father?
I
I
don't know.
what
Well, he said he wished his father greatness. I think.
but he wanted like the greatness of his father. So
No.
like,
I think he wished his. I think he wished his father greatness, which, yeah, I
but
don't know.
there's so many like random things, and also Cheetah's like actual origin is way more interesting than whatever they did in the movie.
What's the actual origin?
So um she like goes does whatever in Africa, and then she accidentally like cuts herself with a dagger that belonged to a lost tribe of Amazons,
Oh, okay,
and
that's
then
fun.
she becomes possessed by the goddess of the hunt, which transforms her into a human cheetah hybrid.
That's way
So
cooler. I mean, that's still a little goofy, I
yeah,
think, but like that's much
and
more
then
interesting.
yeah, and like the other origin is that after growing increasingly obsessed with mythology and divinity, Barbara took her team deep into the woods of Africa, only to be trapped and forced to participate in an ancient arcane ritual that cursed and transformed her into a human cheetah hybrid with a lust for blood. So I feel like they could have incorporated that um, into the movie somehow, maybe in like a post-credit scene
Yeah, I
of
don't know, or just
like
like,
she
I
could have been like
yeah
she didn't really have to be that have a big part in the movie. It was unnecessary. And also,
yeah
like, I don't know why I would care about her because we saw her for like 5 minutes and they like became friends, but like they barely knew each other.
I thought
So,
I thought they were hitting on each other. That was
oh,
that was my interpretation at first.
I think that's just how women are. I
Well,
don't know.
I don't. She seemed like, oh, the stereotypical like disheveled lesbian,
Oh,
and she totally seemed like she was crushing on Wonder Woman.
well, it was more like a jealousy type. Like she wanted that, like envious. But I also kind of hate how they did like the
Yes.
stereotypical, like she drops her books or she drops the
Oh,
paper and has to pick it up. Like, oh my god,
yeah, yeah,
her character didn't have much like depth with that. It was just like I'm nerdy and no one likes me for some reason or whatever.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. And I think the only part of her character arc that I liked was when she beats the fuck out of the guy that assaulted her because that's like dark.
Yeah.
Like she does that and he dies, I think. And then you're
Mhm.
just like, "Whoa." That got real and I
Yeah.
like that.
So some people propose that Wonder Woman and Cheetah should have like actually have been friends,
Yeah?
and Cheetah like should have actually known about Steve and helped Diana get over that or whatever. And then the guy that she beat up should have been like an abusive boyfriend or something. You
Hmm.
know, make it more interesting rather than just some random guy
Yeah.
that she talked to twice to
Yeah.
add more
Yeah.
depth.
That'd be something more. Well, and also the whole plot, the entire
Oh,
thing is really dumb. Cuz
yeah.
like at its it is flawed at its very base. When you start like okay, so you have a wish rock.
Mm-hmm.
Already this is stupid. I don't know. And then it's like, oh, it's the wish rock of the god of lies. And it's
Yeah.
also toppled every civilization before also. And also when everyone gets their wish, everything gets dirty. I don't know. Well, and also at the end so I was joking with my family when the wishes were rescinded. I was just like, man, wouldn't it be funny if it just played all the clips in reverse? And that's exactly what it did. Like,
Yeah. It was very predictable.
yes, the
Very
yes,
predictable.
yeah. I mean, well, it didn't. Okay, it didn't follow exactly what I was expecting because it was dumber than what I was expecting at first. Um,
Mm-hmm.
because it was like, oh, there's a wish rock, so the dude's probably gonna be wish to become like an all powerful villain thing, but nah, he just wanted oil,
Yeah,
and he
his
just
motivations
yeah,
were just kind of. It didn't really make sense. Um,
no, not
if he
no,
just wanted oil, he didn't have to do all of that.
yeah, I don't really
He,
get like he just he could have
and
just
like,
wished that his wells had oil or
yeah,
just that he was rich. He didn't
yeah, I don't.
like cuz he wished to become the rock so then he could get other people to wish and then he got the other guy to wish that he was successful, but then he wasn't successful. People just were calling. That's not quite the same thing. And yeah, yeah, I don't know. Also, it's so they described it as a monkey's paw type thing that you get
Yeah,
wishes, but they are twisted on you somehow. But that's not the way they did it in the movie is not at all how the monkey paw is supposed to work. Like the way they did it in the movie is you get your wish and then there's also a totally unrelated consequence. Like Mr. Oil Dude got his wish and then also he was dying and like Wonder Woman got her wish at the cost of her powers, and Cheetah Lady got her wish. Also, she wished twice. I want to point that out.
mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, I didn't
got
understand that.
yeah, well, because the rock is still the same rock. It's just in whatever. And Cheetah Lady got her wish at the cost of her. I don't know. Her herself. She she became lame. I don't know. Um, but that's not how the monkey paw works. It's like you fulfill your wish with something bad. I don't
See,
know.
like at the beginning of the movie, when the guy touched the rock and he got his coffee, but then the coffee was like too hot.
Oh fuck. That's funny.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Man,
So like that's like a better like
that
example of
that
that.
that's a monkey's paw type thing. Also, that poor
Yeah.
dude, he wasted his one cool wish on coffee. Uh but yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's the monkey's paw type thing. Or like, okay, in the original short story, I haven't read it in a while, but it's like the dude wished like, "Oh, I wish I had like $500 because that's what I need to fix up the attic or whatever." And he got that $500 in payment cuz his son got killed by like the
Yeah.
factory thing. And then the wife wishes that the son was back, and then he came. Well, you don't really know, but the implication is that he came back like horribly mutilated, like he just was alive
Uh,
again, but just as messed up. Um, like that's you get the wish, but it's because of consequences that you don't think about that the wish becomes terrible. This was just like you get your wish, and then there's just also a consequence. just
yeah.
something. I don't know. It was goofy.
It was like it's something to put on. I don't think I'd watch it again. Um, if you start to think about it too much, it becomes really bad.
If you start to think about it like at all.
Like if you're just like watching it, you're like, oh, that's cool.
Whoa, neat. Well, yeah, and like each individual moment was fine. Like the
Mhm.
acting was okay, the VFX were really good. Um like everything was fine. And the direction was cool. Um but then the whole plot and the context that everything is in
Yeah,
is just dumb. Oh,
yeah. I
actually
don't know
the fighter scene thing was kind of stupid. I, like the
what.
dude gets into the plane and then he can just fly it. He
Oh
goes from
yeah.
World War I planes that have like a hand cranked engine and like a like just like a stick. He goes from that to a modern fighter jet and he can just fly it. Okay.
Oh yeah,
Um
and also her just being able to turn things
yeah,
invisible. Like,
also she just goes, "Oh yeah, by the way, I can make things invisible."
see, what they should have done was actually have shown that coffee cup scene in the beginning
Yes.
and
That
not
would
just
be a
have them
good
tell
setup and
us.
like, "Oh, I bet this will
So
come
you'd
into
be
play later."
thinking about it.
Yeah.
Also, the themes were like kind of confusing.
How so?
I don't like it was like the movie was like when you think about it, it was like kind of like it had these like weird like anti-feminist tones
Did it really?
because she was like at the end she was like you can't have it all, which was like like a thing in the 80s when women started to work and
Oh,
it was like women can now have it all and that I don't know it seemed kind of weird.
I didn't I didn't connect that. Yeah. Yeah. I don't
It's like
know. Yeah. Well, I also noticed there were just particular. Okay, do you remember in the beginning, like Wonder Woman's going to hail a cab, and then a guy also hails the
yeah,
cab at the same time, and he gets the cab, and
yeah.
I feel like that was supposed to be like an oh, women are oppressed kind of thing. Maybe I'm
I
not
don't
sure.
know. I feel like it's
If
just
that
showing
wasn't
that
the
it's
point, I
like
don't know what it
awkward.
was.
I
But
think it was just showing that she's like a normal person, like
I
trying to
don't know.
emphasize that even more. I don't know. They could
I
have,
don't
and
know.
I really like the sequence at the beginning, um, but it was a bit long
Yeah.
considering you like never go back there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like the whole lesson about truth was just a bit heavy-handed and very
Yeah.
after school specially. Um,
Yeah. You should be a film critic.
yeah, I will. I'm like I should write a review for my high school newspaper.
You actually should. That's a good idea and just slam it. Oh yeah, also Wonder Woman can just fly. Okay.
I mean, I liked that part
Why?
because number one, it was cool, and she flies in like the New 52 comics. And
I know in the
number
comics she
two,
can fly, but that's
number
so
two,
she just
it kind of
goes okay, wait, continue.
it related to like the Steve Trevor stuff about him
Fine.
saying it's easy to fly.
Okay, I
So I was
know.
like, okay,
I'm aware.
that's
All right, but okay. The thing is though, um she just goes wind is flight is really you just control the wind and you do it and then she just
yeah. And she's the daughter of Zeus, so
well okay yes that sure fine but also she just goes like you just do it and then I don't know I think that's goofy maybe that's just me
and there was like a lot of like lasso usage in this movie.
yeah
Like the lasso was like the
lassoing
son of
off
the
of
show.
lightning bolts
Yeah, that was cool, but I was
that
just
shit
like,
was stupid
I was like, how does that even work?
It doesn't. You can't lasso. She lasted off of lightning bolts, off of clouds, off of an airplane. I,
Oh yeah, my
yeah.
brother could not get over the scene like before the trucks were about to hit the kids, where where she just looks at Steve and he like shoots the like missile thingy,
Oh my god.
and
Oh my
she
god.
just
I
like
forgot all about
knows,
that. That was
and she just like
terrible.
knows exactly what to
She
do,
grapple
and he
hooks
was just
onto
like,
an RPG. Oh, I'm all alone. Oh hey.
hello,
Yeah, she just fucking and then just like grabs onto a
and then
rocket.
swings around, and
Yes.
apparently, I mean, people on Reddit were saying this, that it was really obvious that the kids were like mannequins.
Was it?
But I haven't gone back to check that
I
scene
didn't
out.
I didn't look too closely at them, but they I mean they probably were.
I'm gonna check it right now. Were they actually? Because like apparently it was super obvious, and that people were talking about that, and I'm like, I
Hmm.
mean, I was kind of on my phone half the time. Um,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I was paying too much attention during that scene because she just grapple hooked off of a rocket. That was a little much for me. I
and I just didn't really like the fight scenes that much. Like the first movie
yeah.
had better fight
The
scenes.
first movie
Except
was okay. I love the first movie because it was so grounded. Like
yes.
you're in a trench in World War I. Don't die.
Mhm.
That was cool. And now this one is like you need to
Honest,
reverse the wishes of everyone at once and reverse time. And also you're fighting nerdy lesbian cheetah lady.
yeah,
I don't know. It's just
and
they
it
lost their
kind
grip
of
on reality.
yeah. And then also in like Batman v Superman, the whole thing was that she had been like gone
Oh, I
since like
didn't
World
even
War One.
bother watching that.
Only watch the Ultimate Edition. Don't watch the normal movie because it sucked. But the Ultimate Edition was like actually a solid movie
Okay.
because all the little things that like annoyed me in the original theatrical cut were like fixed. So like I could actually enjoy the movie so much more.
Uh-huh.
And just little like plot holes actually made sense and were fleshed out.
So
But
Wonder Woman just fucking disappeared since World War I?
yeah, that was the whole thing that like Bruce was talking to her about. Because so that's why the fact that they like made this movie was like kind of weird
But
because it's like
but she didn't though. She was doing stuff the whole time.
it kind of like retcon that.
Yeah, the movie
And,
ended with her flying around listening for cop sirens to go stop a crime.
and then it's also like where was she during World War II?
Yeah. Wonder Woman could have
During
stopped
like
Hitler.
everything.
That greedy
Uh,
bastard didn't do shit.
so like also, what do you think of a comparison of Maxwell Lord to Trump?
I mean that was kind of funny. I don't know. I don't really care. I feel like the whole movie was very like lib shit though. I
Hmm.
don't know. The whole thing was catering to that.
Wait, I'm like looking at it now, and we didn't even get any like interesting things till like more than an hour into the movie.
Actually?
The plane
Okay.
scene when they actually fly was an hour and 12 minutes into the movie.
That plane scene was stupid also. They leave at a museum, fighter jets, gassed up and ready to go. You can just walk into one and just leave.
Yes, that's how it works.
Duh. Obviously, they even change out the fuel every few months so it doesn't get gross. They're that nice.
You know.
Like the amount
Okay,
of things that just had to like perfectly align for this plot to work.
you have to suspend your disbelief. Okay, I'm looking at this kid scene now, and they don't really look like mannequins to me. Maybe I'm just not looking at this properly.
I
or
don't
people
know.
are just being
Maybe
like
it's more
extra.
obvious in motion.
I'm like watching it now. Okay,
Oh,
yes,
okay.
there's the children. Okay, then he shoots the thingy, and then she just lassos onto it and goes. And then she's
Yep.
like flying. Okay, yep. And then she. Oh yeah, those don't look like real children. For that like one shot when they're like in the air, they look fake. Okay, I see it now.
Yeah, okay.
Oh no, it's like when they're tumbling.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, they don't look real.
They had the biggest VFX budget ever, and you couldn't even add some like little children flail. Is it that hard?
And some of the cheetah effects were like a little iffy to me. I don't know
I
if
got a
they're
little
just
bit
me.
of the Cats vibe from that.
Oh yeah,
That wasn't
I never
great.
even watched the post-credit scene. Oh, Linda Carter. I
Yeah.
liked the ending when she talked to the guy that Steve inhabited. Um,
That was
that was
okay.
sweet.
Nah, the thing is though, like the hottest woman ever is talking to you and complimenting you and like very obviously into you, and you just go like, "Whoop, I'll see you around," and walk away.
Yeah, that's what you do. I mean, I thought that
Duh,
she was gonna ask him on a
obviously.
date or something.
He he should have asked her out. I would have asked her out. That's what any sane person would have done. That's what you would
Yeah,
have done.
obviously.
Yeah. You see what I mean? That was like the perfect opportunity, and he's just like, "Oh,
Maybe he was just shy.
cool." He didn't seem shy in the conversation. He was just like, "Whoa," and then just
Maybe he was
walked away.
secretly dying on the inside. Well, he did. Maybe he was hoping to see her later.
I guess, but like,
Yeah. Wait, I didn't actually watch this Linda
I
Carter
don't
thing.
think they live near each other though. I mean, it's never really said whether they do or not, but like, I don't know. It's so weird.
Yeah.
Also, Steve didn't understand what an exercise bike was. Like, I mean, that was, I don't know. It was kind of a funny bit, but also, it is like very obvious. Like, okay. If I had never seen an exercise bike before and I was teleported into the future, I would not think it could fly. That's now where my mind would
No.
go. Even like 100 years
You
into the
never know.
future, if I saw that thing, I'm not. My immediate thought isn't this is probably a functional bike. No, that's nah. I don't know.
Oh, I should have watched this mid-credit scene.
Oh, there was a post-credit scene,
Well, a mid-credit scene with Linda
mid-credit scene,
Carter.
whatever. What was it?
It was with Linda Carter.
I don't even know. That doesn't mean anything to me.
She played Wonder Woman in the TV show.
Okay, well, what was the scene?
It was just her saving this baby, and she was a steer.
Okay, fun,
The goddess. Yeah, she's a goddess.
neat.
She's a titaness.
Oh yeah, also the fucking gold armor. Like she
Oh,
just
that was
has
so
that
stupid.
all of a sudden.
They could have made a thing of her like searching for that, or like just I
Or
don't know,
just
made that part of the story. I
not
don't know.
had her
You had
use
it?
it. Well, because she has the awesome gold armor that fought off a whole army, and then it just gets broken like
That's
really
true.
fast.
I don't think it needed that whole story.
No, and the armor didn't do anything. There was no point to it. It was just like, oh, also yes, I have this magical cool armor that's basically the same as her current armor, except it's also got wings that are made of tinfoil.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, so Linda Carter played the warrior lady who wore that suit of armor.
Oh,
So
okay.
she didn't actually die.
Neat. Wait. Okay, whatever. Hmm. Fun. Um. Okay, we spent 35 minutes just going on about this movie. We should talk about something else. Um. Let's see. Next thing on the list. Cults question mark.
Oh yes. Okay. Love has one cult. I was late to track practice because I was you know, doing a little too much research into this cult.
Nice.
Um, so how does it even start? Like I've always loved cults, it's just fascinating.
Cults are
But,
very fascinating.
you know, and like the funny, you know, getting people to commit mass suicide, that stuff.
That's always a
Um,
pretty funny epic moment.
Scientology is like fire. Like that's just some great stuff there.
That's prime content right there. Those Scientologists, they've
Yeah,
got it. They've got it figured out.
I've been following Scientology for like maybe like 6 years now. Like I just love that shit.
Damn. Okay.
Um,
That's some
I'm
commitment right there.
dedicated.
Yeah.
I'm dedicated to those crazy people. But so I was doing reading on these different cults because like maybe I want to start my own cult. You know, I
That
don't
would.
know what we do, but like I
Yeah.
want to try.
Sure.
Um, so this new cult has really intrigued me. It's called Love Has Won. Um, they were actually on Dr. Phil.
Really?
So it's a truly like modern cult.
Yeah.
um so basically it was started by this like crazy woman who's like one of those spiritual people, and
Nice.
like she like sells stuff, um as people do to get
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
She's known as Mother God. um she abandoned her children to become Mother God.
That doesn't
And
sound very motherly or godlike of me.
yeah, so they're
But
based in
okay.
Colorado. But then they like tried to like move or set up a base in Hawaii. But then people protested and then they were like kicked out and like escorted to the airport,
Good shit.
which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
So, they have a very nice website. It may hurt your eyes, but
Wait, okay, what's it called?
oh yeah, Love Has Won. She also says she can like do surgery on anyone and like cure all these ailments with her spiritual stuff.
That's funny.
Well,
Lovehasone.org.
it's
Okay. This is
oh
Ascension
she
services,
so
daily
it's Amy.
Ascension updates. Okay, this is funny.
She was a manager at a McDonald's franchise, and she appears to be like drunk all the time, according to people that have escaped from the cult.
That's funny. It's attempting to play music, but is not playing music. Is a working website. I'm glad it didn't because that's copyright music. Uh,
Yeah.
this is this is terrible. This is so. This is every. This is exactly actually. This is exactly how I think a cult website would look.
Oh, and then there's also Children of God, like sex cult.
I
Um,
think I've heard of it.
that in Phoenix, recently, if I recall correctly. Um, in Brazil. So they're
Sick.
now called the Family International. And their website's better than Love Has Won because they're a bit more high tech. Um,
Fun.
but yeah, they'd have like these like flirty fish parties where they'd have like the women go out and like prostitute themselves to potential converts. Like who wouldn't join this new religion if you could bang all these women, obviously.
Yeah, duh.
I mean, would you join?
Obviously. Dude,
I mean,
easy.
it's just, that's just, it's a great marketing strategy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So, but their website's kind of creepy. Um, well, they changed the main picture, but there's this really creepy picture of clowns on their website that, like, I couldn't get over. But
That's
now it's just a
funny.
picture of these, Cambodian children in
Neato.
Christmas.
Alright.
But they say these are
Yeah.
creepy.
Fun. Okay,
What
yeah,
was I
so
gonna say?
so there's a cult called the Finders that I learned about a
Oh,
little while ago. And allegedly they have CIA ties,
mm-hmm.
which is funky. So like basically there's like it's a whole like child abuse, might be some ritualistic stuff going on. I don't remember all the details. And the police, they're based in DC. The DC police collected all this shit on them, and then the CIA was like, "Hey, uh, we'll take this case from here," and they gave all the evidence to the CIA, and then the CIA let the guys that were arrested go.
Oh my.
Even though there were mountains of evidence of like child trafficking and pornography and all kinds of bad stuff. So the conspiracy is that it's linked to the CIA. Um,
Damn.
and the thing is, I don't know how legit that is. The second result when I looked up the Finders cult was a QAnon podcast. So
Oh,
eh,
QAnon.
I do not understand. Like,
I don't either. Because, like, QAnon has, like, branded itself as this, like, anti-sex trafficking group, so it's like, how can you not
but it
support
also
that?
just accuses random people of sex trafficking, which really
Why?
doesn't. Yeah.
I mean, eventually they have to be right, you know?
Oh, for sure.
Like, if everyone's a sex trafficker, then you call it sex trafficking, you know?
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah.
oh
Federal
what?
agents
That,
concluded there is no evidence of criminal activity and dropped the case against the Finders,
that's just,
even though there was a whole lot of evidence. Yep, the U.S. Customs Service called off the investigation at the behest of the CIA, which he said was using the commune as a front to train agents.
have you seen the movie White Boy Rick?
No, I haven't.
Do you know what it's about?
Don't know that either.
Okay, so it's about this kid who, this white boy obviously, who like sells drugs. And
Fun.
he was like well, it's the real story, but he was the youngest FBI informant at 14 years old. So his dad was working for the FBI, and I think oh yeah, so his dad was an FBI informant, and then so White Boy Rick would like sell crack and stuff, and like do stuff with drug dealers. But
Cool.
then, yeah, but then he got arrested for possession of 8 kilos of cocaine, and the FBI like
That's a
didn't like.
lot of cocaine.
Yeah, and there was also like suspicious stuff happening with like the city council president that like White Boy Rick knew about, and
Okay.
so that's why they think he got like prosecuted to like he was sentenced to life imprisonment.
Fun.
Basically, so the justice system is they're the people who set him up in this situation, and then he got life in prison.
Poor guy.
Yeah, he was. released, which is good. Then he got arrested again, for something else in Florida.
Yeah, that sounds like a Florida thing.
Yeah, so he committed a crime behind bars in 2008, a car theft ring
Hmm.
conviction. So he was released from the Michigan prison in 2017, but on parole. And then he went back to he went to prison, Florida. And he spent 5 years there, but then he was released in July of 2020. So
Whoa,
he's finally free after being in prison since he was 17.
big guy.
Because of the FBI.
Yeah, I've heard selling drugs bad way of making money. Well, no, good way of making money, but the government is dedicated. They put all their effort into stopping you from dealing drugs. So, the real way to do business, allegedly, I've heard. I say this like I do it. I don't. I saw this on the funny Reddit. Selling fake IDs is where it's at.
Oh yes.
I never would have thought that, but like apparently no one cares.
Yeah.
Seems pretty fun. Well,
Oh yeah. My neighbor
yeah.
was scam artist. Actually, former neighbor. Um, she actually had to move out. I'm pretty sure because she couldn't afford the house. They were just renting. So
Ouch.
there's a whole Instagram page dedicated to her and her scams. It has 18,000 followers. Um, her main account has 700,000 followers, but she's
Damn.
basically just a scam artist at this point.
And she educates people about them or she scams them?
No, no, she scams people.
I
Like she has
see.
like a bunch of businesses that aren't like she has this website called Curl Bible that sells beauty products, and people would buy stuff, but then they don't actually get their orders and like things like that. And then she
Hmm.
has so she first got famous with her app Sprinkles of Jesus, which is like this Christian app. And then I know. And then she her and her husband, who apparently their marriage isn't great, that's what I've heard. Um they started this like Alakazam apps thingy to like teach other people how to make apps for people's businesses, and like host them.
Mm-hmm.
So they would charge people like $500 a month, but they didn't actually like make the apps themselves. They would like outsource them to this other company, Buildfire,
Wait, $500 a month?
for an app. Yes.
Oh my
So
god.
they would so the company that like actually like made the apps and hosted them, Buildfire, only charged like 150 a month or something. So they were scamming these people. And then Buildfire shut down Alakazam apps because that's a fraud.
Yeah.
So and then people who had their apps with them got like a free transfer. Um so basically it's easy for her to scam people because she is a black Christian female. So,
Ah.
it's like the idea, it's like, why would you want to hurt your own community? And like, also,
Money.
if someone is like preaching about the faith, you would just assume that they're like a good person,
Yeah.
have some sort of decency.
That
And
is. Yeah, that's really not cool.
so she preys on a very vulnerable population, um, which is really annoying and like
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah.
But
That. Ugh, that really sucks.
she also buys followers. Um, it's clear from her social blade when she gains like more than 1,000 followers in a day, and every other day she's losing followers.
Yeah. That's not surprising.
Yeah,
That.
so basically, yeah, and she's pregnant now.
Oh,
She
goody.
said this oil cures, like, gets for the stretch marks, and it's still clear in the video that the stretch marks are still there. Um,
Yeah, that's not very surprising. Like that's yeah. So okay, that kind of lifestyle can't be very like sustainable, can it? Like it's
yeah,
you're just making money by preying off people, but there's only so many people to prey on. Like the pool's got to
yeah.
run out at some point.
I mean, she has 700,000 followers.
Well,
And
okay, sure, but how many of those are real?
that's true. But there's still like a lot of people that follow her because they want to support a black owned business and
Ah,
they want to support a Christian business. So she's
yeah.
like capitalizing on those things. And like the whole website, Curl Bible, is all about supporting it's like small businesses sell their products on their website. So people would
Hmm.
want to shop there to support like a small business owner.
But in
And
actuality,
most of
it's
the
like
time,
a total scam.
yeah, kind of. Because and they want to support like a people of color. But then she's basically just like a scam artist.
That's funny. Well, it's not funny. That's fucked up. But that's Jesus.
Yeah, and I used to see her and her husband walking their dog, and
Oh
I didn't
God.
even know they were famous until like a year ago ish. Yeah, a bit over a year ago, and I was like, oh shit, because she lives in well, she used to live in my like best friend's house, and then and it's so weird like seeing like a house when you used to be in all the time like on Instagram, and like that was just weird. But then they like moved out of the house for some reason, and then they're doing. I think they're in Philly now, but yeah, there's like the district attorney or something is like investigating them
Hmm.
because of their scams.
That's fun. I guess that's something. Um. Yeah. That's man. You gotta be like just the worst kind of person to do that. Actually, that's a great segue into the third topic I wrote down. Why do people suck?
Oh, why do people suck?
I don't
Like,
know.
I
So you were
think that's
complaining
just human
earlier that
nature.
internet people are just boring as fuck.
Well, some people like Lil Prince over here, or like
Cool Prince.
Lil Prince with the crown emoji. I
Yeah.
can't get over that. It really kind of ruins my dark mode experience with this. Like, it's like when I'm typing and I just see that crown there. It's
Ugh.
annoying. But
Horrible.
yeah. And I was thinking about this earlier, and I'm like, isn't everyone mentally ill?
I I don't think so.
But it's like, I guess like, well, the thing is like everyone has symptoms, but not everyone like has like it doesn't impair the quality of life enough to be classified as mentally ill.
Well, sure, everyone has symptoms of
That's the
well, like everyone's sad sometimes.
yeah.
Doesn't mean everyone's depressed, but yeah, okay.
But it's just like recently the rates of like mental illness have just increased so
Yeah, well, I
much.
think
I
that's
think
more rates of diagnosis than
yeah.
actual new
But it's
mental
just like
illness, but yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like everyone has some. And they
Totally.
actually there's it's actually everyone's gonna develop a mental illness at one point or another in their life. It's just that for most people it's temporary. So
Sure, or it's like when you're really old, you'll get dementia or something. That's kind of how it goes.
yeah. But
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
people suck
Uh,
because they
yeah.
don't know how to act. That's why.
Sure. Oh, yeah, also, so, so you sent Lil Prince a picture of your elbow.
Yes, I did. I still never told him it was my elbow.
That was so funny. Okay, wait. I'm gonna try to find it to show the podcast. Well, okay. If you're listening, fuck you. Um, yes, yes. There it is. There's the picture. Yeah.
So hot.
Um. What a what a god. Uh, that shit is so funny. I can't get over that. Um,
So yeah, he's well, he said he found another girl to get the nudes from. So
guarantees
I'm,
bluffing.
I'm sure he's
If he has
fine.
good for him, guarantees bluffing.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
he's a bit weird. Did I send you his picture?
No, I don't think you did.
Oh my god, I have to send you his picture. Oh my god.
Wow, that's like a maniacal. All right. That's exactly what I thought he'd look like.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. There he is. What an incredible man, honestly. That's hilarious.
I mean, he's an inspiration.
He really is.
I
Just
wish I could
incredible.
also have a 7-inch dick and
Yeah,
tell
I'm sure he
everyone
does.
about it. I
It'd be
mean, we'll
so
never
funny if he
know.
actually did, though.
Because he was like so eager to like send a picture, so I feel like he must have one, right?
I, yeah. Ask
I
him
mean,
for a
he's
pic
probably
and be like, that's not 7 inches. I can see right through
bring out
you.
bring out the measuring tape.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I was saying
Wait,
earlier, like, if get him to do that and then make sure, like, he does something in the picture so you know it's him.
yeah.
Like, draw a
And
smiley face on it.
don't they use centimeters in Canada? Or am I
Oh, Canada's fucked. They use some things they use the dumb bad system, and for some things they use the good system.
I see.
So it's kind of all fucked.
Okay,
Yeah.
because I was like, why is he saying 7 inches?
Hmm.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna guess that they still use inches for dick size because it's a
Okay, that's like the official measurement
I don't know because
for the
because I
dick
think
sizes.
the thing is because yeah they use some measurements for some things and some for other things so inches is fine. Also, I feel like inches are a pretty good measurement for dick size. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, because what my penis is 21 centimeters. Like, no,
Yeah.
I don't know. Something
Okay.
just doesn't have the ring to it. Like with inches, you've got like 4 inches, small. 5 inches,
Mm-hmm.
like average. I think it's a little more, but average. 6 inches,
Mm-hmm.
kind of large. 7 inches, big. There you go. It's that easy. It's just like that. It's the spectrum.
So Canada switched to the metric system in 1976,
I know they don't
and
use it for everything though.
but they're supposed to like switch in tandem with the USA.
Yeah,
But then,
how'd that
so
one go?
yeah, so like they had like the metric conversion act in America. But the thing is, these laws have been voluntary, so of course,
No one's gonna adopt
Americans
them.
who love their freedom, stuck with the imperial sucky units
Yeah,
and, you know, didn't want to change anything because that's what Americans do, stuck in their ways.
sounds about right.
Yep,
Americans kind of suck, to be honest.
we
Like,
do.
particularly Americans. I don't
Like, a
know.
million people flew on Christmas Eve. What?
Oh, come on.
I mean, it's less than last year, but still.
Do you gotta do that? Yeah.
So many people I know are in Florida right now.
Uh, that's gross. That's really gross.
Like, do you just not care?
Yeah. Also, after 4 years of big dumb idiot man, he got
Mhm.
more voters this year than any other year, than previously.
Yeah.
Like he lost, but more people. How? Like how?
That's who knows.
That's stupid. And also, the best thing we could come up with is Joseph Boseph Biden, which will put us in the exact same boat that we were in that got Trump elected.
Yeah.
Like, we, but we tried the moderate thing. Like, Obama was a moderate
Mhm.
that led to Trump. We tried to counter Trump with Hillary, a moderate who failed, and now we put another moderate in who's also not gonna do anything. The whole thing is, Also, some of
But
Biden's cabinet picks have been,
they've been interesting.
uh,
I like that he had a Native American woman in charge of the internal affairs um cabinet thingy because that also controls like the Indian affairs. So
oh sure. I mean
that should that's a good pick.
that's cool, sure, but also, I forgot what position this guy got appointed to, but he appointed someone who seriously argued that people shouldn't live after 75. Like, there's no point to life. They don't they don't
I
contribute
mean,
more to society and they get out.
is that wrong?
When you really think about it, is that such a bad take?
Like,
Yeah.
honestly,
Yeah, like,
would I want to live past 75? Would I want to be suffering and have everyone I know and love be dead? And I'm just like sitting there with like dementia and having a bunch of like grandkids annoy me. And then like, or maybe I'm just alone in the nursing home and like a pandemic will kill me or something. Like, do I really need to be alive for that? Because like, I feel like 75 is like a good age for like, you're probably
a
like
good age
old,
to just
you know?
drop dead.
Yeah, like
Sure,
you
but
can't
this
really say
guy, okay, but
70.
this guy is saying, like, or at least I guess the natural conclusion to his ideas is that we should kill everyone once they turn 75.
I mean, we're
When you
basically
really think
doing that.
about it.
We're kind of doing that
uh,
right now, if you know what I'm saying.
yeah. It's well, yeah, I mean, with privatized healthcare, we we're on that path already. Easy.
Yeah, so like we don't really care about old people anyway, so like we shouldn't act like we really do.
Fuck them. Who cares,
Maybe
you know?
killing them, it's like a mercy killing.
Old
You know,
people kind
I
of
think he's
suck.
onto something.
Yeah.
I support that cabinet pick. I like his ideas.
Big guy.
There,
Smart man.
he's creative.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, also, something I've noticed. Um, oh, you're gone. That's not very cool. What a meanie move. Welcome back.
Hello.
Yeah. Something else I've noticed is that Biden, like, every time someone tries to blame him for something, he just shifts it to, actually, but Trump is bad.
Yeah.
Like, anytime anyone pushes him on, like, any issue, he goes like, oh well, I didn't really want to run but I had to because Trump is bad and I'm not Trump and I'm the big guy who's gonna tackle the white supremacy and all the other stuff, but he never actually, like, has a plan or makes commitments to do stuff. It's just filler words.
Remember the poor kids are as what it was like the
Is
poor kids to the white kids.
are as bright as smart are as bright and smart as white kids. Yeah.
White kids.
That was funny. Um, See, I don't think that was a Freudian slip so much as just a goof gaff misspeaking, because Biden does that because he's old. But
Remember?
it's really funny.
Just as bright as white kids. That was a town hall hosted by the Asian Latino Coalition.
Oh.
He also said that he didn't want his kids to live in like urban jungles or something like
Oh,
that.
that doesn't surprise me.
And he was really like advocating for that crime bill in the 90s.
Yes, Biden's previous positions have been bad, like not good, bad. He was a real big war in the Middle East and private healthcare is the best type guy. And I have a feeling that he's gonna stick with that because he has not really been supporting universal healthcare or universal basic
Yeah.
income or any of the things that we need, in my opinion. If you don't agree with
Hmm.
me, fuck off. I'm kidding, but yeah, no. Um, we kind of like people are dying just a little bit. You know,
Yeah,
just a
just
touch.
maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe because they're over 75.
that's a good thing. Yeah, no. Um, but like people are dying a lot because of a lot of things, and I don't. Biden's not gonna fix any of that.
See, I don't think I have hope that he will surround himself with people that will do good things. He's kind of just like a shell of a person at this point. Um,
Some of the people probably will.
I just hope that he
Maybe.
will, because he's like kind of like changed his position on some things and adopted more like
Eh,
liberal a bit from like,
yeah. Yeah.
but I we'll see what happens. But I'm really glad Trump is advocating for that $2,000 stimulus check. I mean, he could have done that like
That's
4 months
pretty
ago,
cool. Yeah.
but like, why
I'll
not?
give him that. The one thing, the only thing I respect about Trump, he just doesn't give a fuck. He'll just go
Exactly.
against party lines to advocate for whatever he wants, which is
He's such a
hilarious.
cool
It's
guy.
so
Like,
funny.
if I would have a conversation with like anyone living or dead, it would be like Hitler and Trump. Not because they're connected in any way, but just like they're just like interesting people.
Yeah. Well, and I would really like to see. I want to see the dynamic between those two.
Oh
Because I
yes,
feel like Hitler and Trump are the yin and yang of like. Okay, obviously Trump is not literally as bad as Hitler, but
obviously.
Hitler's a big fascist and Trump is also a big fascist. They use like the
Hmm.
same rhetoric and like all of that shit. So like they're like the yin and yang of like the same thing.
Yeah,
We
but
also
he's just a cool guy.
yeah, it's just a really wacky wild individual. Um
Yeah.
yeah. Also something that bugs me. Um people talk about, oh, 2020 is the worst year ever, like it's some especially bad anomaly that will never happen again.
It's not
Like
gonna stop.
my grandma got me 2021 will be better sock. It's not about the year. The time, the number we put on it doesn't matter. Everything that
Mhm.
happened this year is a symptom of a bigger problem. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
We should honestly be lucky that the coronavirus is deadly as it could have been
Yes.
because we were not ready for a pandemic.
No.
Um, we did not have the infrastructure in place. So the good thing
Nope.
about COVID and the coronavirus is that we are, I guess, somewhat more prepared for the next pandemic.
That's the
Um,
hope. Yeah. Oh yeah, and something. Yeah, yeah. So something that's kind of goofy. Everyone's like, oh, Trump disbanded Obama's pandemic team, and that is technically true, but well, yeah, okay. The team itself was disbanded, but basically all of the people on it are still working in government, doing basically the same things. It's just not an official team. And yeah, he shouldn't have
yeah,
disbanded it, but it's not that different from what we would have had before. Like this isn't like, oh,
yeah,
this
I
was
was kind of
especially bad because of
confused.
Trump. No, this would have been bad the whole time either way. Obviously, a better government
Yeah,
response would have saved a lot of lives, but the whole thing is been bad the entire time.
like for example, Congress not passing a stimulus thing isn't like
Yeah,
Trump's fault.
yeah,
I mean, could he have done more? Of course,
duh.
but
But this
evil
is
Mitch McConnell in
yeah,
there, Turtle Face,
yeah.
is
The whole yeah. Well, and like okay, and even if Congress got through, like the Democrats got everything they wanted, it still probably
mm-hmm.
wouldn't have been enough. Like people would still be homeless. People would still be dying. The
Oh
the
yeah.
the food bank lines would still be around like miles long. It
Oh my God.
yeah.
I need to do a rant on the food bank. So there's this group of students who are like, let's do a food drive, guys. And they like started this whole like fancy Instagram page, and they've even paid for ads. So I keep seeing their posts in my feed.
Uh
I'm like,
huh.
why, if you're trying to like raise money for, or raise, like, do a food drive for the food bank, why would you be spending money on ads on Instagram? And
Kind of true.
food drives just like annoy me because food banks kind of like of course they'll take the food, but it's like terrible to actually donate food to a food bank. Just
Yeah.
give them money
Just give them, yeah, let them buy their own. Yeah, that's like,
because
oh,
they don't, because
canned
like
goods,
half the
sure,
time,
fine, but it's a whole lot easier to just give them money and they can buy canned goods.
yeah, like instead of dropping off your can of soup, give them the dollar. That will go much further than whatever you can
Yeah,
get at Target.
yeah,
And it takes so much more, like the labor that you have to actually put into
yes,
sorting that food
yeah,
and verifying that it's not expired, because
yeah,
people always like donate expired gross food.
oh.
And
And,
also, no one can survive off of just canned food.
yeah,
You'd probably
true.
get a heart attack.
Food bank, well,
So
yeah,
food,
food banks need a variety of food, and they also need, like, clothes and
mhm,
backpacks and sleeping bags and tents
yeah,
if they want, like, because they're helping homeless people, and homeless
and
people, oh, here's your 24 cans of beans, have fun. No.
like food banks provide fresh fruits and vegetables to people because they have all these connections and they pay like pennies on the dollars for this stuff.
Yeah,
So like
you're
instead of giving
wasting
them your like,
money.
yeah,
Yeah,
like, I mean, I guess it's fine if you're just like clearing cans for your from your pantry, but some people actually would go out and like buy cans to donate, which is
yeah.
just like
I
stupid.
mean, like, obviously, donate food, but also donate money. Don't go out of your way to donate
Yeah.
food when you could donate money. That's
Like
goofy.
I would, and the thing is, it's like people just don't like to donate money because they're like, what are they doing with my money?
Wow.
So I guess it's like easier to organize like a food drive and like a money drive because it's like you're actually like giving something tangible. So I guess people feel better about themselves, but still.
Yeah, I guess it is kind of a psychological thing because what can you do with food aside from eat it? You can spend money on whatever you want, but also
Yeah,
food drives spend money on food and clothes and things. So, uh,
yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah. Also, the Trump election defense fund is so fucking funny because all the money's just going into his
Scam.
pocket. Like,
Like, people are still like reposting things from his account, and it's just like,
the
it's
the
dumb,
terms of
guys.
service or something like every donation under I forgot it was like several $1,000s just goes into his pocket. It doesn't actually do anything.
Like, I don't. Why would anyone donate to that? People are
I don't
maybe
know.
because it's a
It's
cult.
so dumb.
Um,
Well, no, I know
Well, I
why
mean,
people would donate to that because they're trying to save the election because the election was stolen.
oh yes, but like, how do elections even like? I'm just thinking, like, how do they even like count ballots in like the 1800s? Like, is anything
Oh,
even true?
it's a good question. Well, that's kind of why they had the electoral college because, like, we got balance,
That
but they
I
might
guess
be
that makes sense.
miscounted, and also people are stupid, or they were stupider, and then just like, have one guy pick easy.
It's
That's
just
a
like
good. That's a
the,
good. Make the voices of all the people actually one guy, and then democracy happens.
yes. Because,
Yeah.
like, I guess they, like, especially back then, elections were just more of like, let's see what our people want, and then we'll just, like, go with that.
Yeah. I don't know. There is literally no reason to not have a popular vote. And like the thing that I see all the time is
Is,
like,
like, the
oh,
city thing.
yes, if we had a popular vote, cities would be represented more and they dominate the political
But are
discourse and
there,
like if there are
but
more
more people
people in
live
the
there?
cities then okay. Everyone should
I
have
just
the
don't
same.
understand that argument.
Yeah, like if cities being represented more means that each person's vote has an equal value, cool, I don't care.
And also, it's not like it's, like, 200 years ago. I mean, no one's forcing you to stay in the middle of Montana. You can
That's
leave.
kind of true. No, well, I mean, obviously we do need like farmers and
Well,
stuff, and farmers
yeah,
are important, but there's no reason that farmers' vote should count more than
yeah.
votes in cities.
It's,
Also, it is so comically easy to gerrymander things. I don't even know
oh,
what the
yeah.
votes are supposed to be anymore. I have no. Well, actually, I do. There are far more people registered as Democrats than Republicans. Like, there are far more Democratic voters.
Oh, yeah.
And yet, for some reason, every election's, like, really close. Which,
That's because of voter turnout.
well, yeah, I mean, but, but you'd think that if there are a whole lot more Democrats than there are Republicans, that a
Oh,
whole lot
like
more elections would go to
congressional seats.
Democrats.
Yeah, but like the House of Reps is like kind of a mess with gerrymandering,
Yeah,
and even like state legislatures. Those are the
yeah.
worst.
But I mean, okay, it's like, so you can gerrymander America. Like I saw a simulation. Like if America voted, like half the voters are Republican, half are Democrat. You can gerrymander it so that 3/4 of the votes go either way,
Hmm.
like easily, and that is dumb. That is is stupid. That's how democracy doesn't actually work.
It's terrible. I
Yeah.
don't know. I wonder what Trump's gonna do once he gets out of office. Like,
uh,
if he went back to
Desperately
making
cling
The
to
Apprentice,
relevancy, which isn't really helped by people like Obama, who is making a comedy about how bad Trump is.
oh my.
Like,
I mean, I really want Trump to like go back to The Apprentice. I love that show, and it will be so much funnier now.
yeah,
Like he should start his own news network
that'd be
because like there have
Infowars
been
too.
rumors
Yeah,
about.
I want him to just like fade into irrelevancy. That would be
But
the
I just like
perfect
I'm just
ending.
so fascinated by the man.
Well, I mean, okay, yeah, he is an absolute character, and it's gonna be really funny seeing him like desperately try to stay relevant.
Yeah.
Like seeing him
Like see.
probably like go down a crazy rabbit hole into like he's won the election conspiracy theory shit, but he's gonna run again in 2024 if he's not dead. Like that's his
Oh
plan.
yeah,
So that's funny. I don't
I
know how
can't
that's gonna
wait.
go, but
What happened to my man Kanye?
he lost
Well, like Kanye needs to
tragically.
come back.
Bring back Kanye.
Kanye was like gonna be our savior, okay?
He was gonna
You know
turn this
what was
country
so funny?
around.
They thought. Kanye was a ploy by the Republicans to like steal the black vote away from Biden. And I was just like, how stupid do you think black people are?
I
Like,
mean, yeah, I don't know.
do you think do you think they would all vote for
Would
Kanye?
actually, on God, vote for Kanye? It's a
And
good question.
I'm just like, okay, okay,
Yeah,
then
I almost wish that Kanye won. Be so funny.
that would just be amazing.
We would descend into a postmodern society where we're like layers and layers into fuck.
Hmm.
I don't know. I think it'd be chaos. Like society would collapse. I don't know. Man, I okay, I actually that's a great. When will a rapper be elected president? Dropping some fire beats from the Oval Office.
I think because like wasn't like Reagan an actor or something?
I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure is what I heard. So like I feel like after someone retires,
You just cut out.
oh,
You sound like you're underwater. Oh.
maybe I am.
Maybe you are. Okay, that's funny.
Oh, what was that song? Oh my god, it wasn't Whippin' Nene. It was the oh my god.
Hit the whoa.
No, it was
Crank that soldier boy.
was it Hippoquan?
I don't know.
Oh, I need to look at my history. But so one of the artists from one of those popular dance songs from 5 years ago, there's a video of him on Twitter like nutting in his own mouth, and it's hilarious. It's hilarious. I'm like, okay,
That's really funny.
was it the Juju on that beat?
Choo choo on that beat. Yeah. Man,
Wait, is this?
who's that? Who's that
Yeah,
one
I found
guy?
it. Juju on that beat. It was like Juju on that beat, more like Juju on that meat. Man nutted on his face. I can't.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. I don't.
Please watch it.
I am watching it right now. I'm not showing them podcast, but they get the audio of him beating his dick. Oh. God. Oh. That went into his mouth. He just right in there. I appreciate the commitment, but also what the fuck? Why would he even why would he record that?
And send it to someone.
Eh,
Oh my god, I love Twitter. They got your ass in 4K.
More like choo choo on that meat. That's an incredible title. Um oh, I will never hear that word again the same way. Uh
Mhm.
yeah, okay, that's kind of hilarious though.
Yeah, so people have really fallen. Also, like Silento, Whippin' Nene kid, he got arrested like twice in like the past few months. He like followed his girlfriend around with a hatchet.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, yeah.
Jesus.
Somewhere.
That's not cool.
Oh, and Silento had leaked nudes too.
Huh. Seems like a pattern. Although, like, okay, regularly leak nudes, I don't care. Send nudes to whoever you want. But that that's a little weird. That's a
Mhm.
no thanks. I'm good. I'm I'm all right.
Oh, that was Zay Hilfiger. rapper.
Yeah. Actually, you know what I just realized? A rapper. I really, really doubt there'd be a rapper as president unless it's someone like Kanye, because
Hmm.
rappers in general are very anti-establishment, which is cool. Rappers are pretty based. Um,
Yeah,
but the only way a rapper would become president is if they were appointed president after like a revolt, which would be
maybe we'll have.
very funny.
We should just have the purge. But like, what even are the rules of the purge? Like, I always think of that College Humor skit, and it's just like, yeah, like if you kill someone, but then they don't die till like the next day, is it still murder? And like,
The
if you steal a
logistics of the
car,
purge.
do you have to like register your car if you like steal it? Like,
Oh, that's like
are they gonna be like, where'd you get that car from? You
the
know,
purge.
are you gonna be able
Duh.
to get
I think you're kind of overthinking
insurance?
this.
But like, I'm just like logically, like does society just like accept it and be like, nah, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel
Like,
like if there was the purge, really not a whole lot would. Places would get looted. Maybe some people would
yeah,
die.
it'd be like
It wouldn't be
riots.
complete chaos.
It would just be like crazy people would attack people
I
that
don't
they've
even
been
think
like
so. Like,
plotting to attack.
cause,
Like if you're like trying to kill someone, like you would just kill them that day, you know?
well, yeah, but like, I don't think it'd be anything all that because we've already kind of seen that kind of thing. Like,
Yeah.
I don't
I think
know.
it's just like houses would get robbed.
Yeah, I mean,
But then it's like, why
I'm
would you?
sure
But
there'd be a lot of
people would be
theft. I don't think there'd be a whole lot of mass
like
murder.
death.
People aren't that uncool.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's like, well, that's actually okay. That's what we've seen with the protests earlier this year. That is the perfect
Hmm.
opportunity to cause complete chaos. And some stores got looted, a few things got burned down, but like that that was it. That was I
Yeah.
don't know. That wasn't
Wasn't that
that
bad?
big of a deal. I don't. No one died. Well, some people died, but like
Oh yeah.
when the cops weren't around, things were generally very peaceful. Like all the footage I've seen
Mhm.
is the protesters looting things and like working together, hanging out. As dumb as that is, like really brings the team together looting a target. um, yeah, I don't know, but I feel like it'd be a lot of stuff like that, and like, yeah, sure, crime would happen, but it wouldn't be like violent crime. I don't think most of it anyway, because people really
Yeah.
aren't that. I don't know, and there are places like okay, there's a neighborhood in Greece called Exarchia, and it's like a an anarchist haven, and there are no cops there. And when there are cops there, everyone gathers together to beat the fuck out of them, which is pretty cool.
Hmm.
Um, and like they're hanging out. It's a pretty cool place. They've got all these free community service things. They've got like squatting places for homeless people. Got free food, free language services. Like the whole neighborhood, it just works. It's fine. And like, yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Shit gets lit on fire every now and then. There's graffiti everywhere. Whatever. But that's it. That's as bad as it gets. I don't know. Alright, I should probably go and shower and be a productive member of society.
Maybe.
Man, I think this is the longest episode to date. We've been going for an hour and a half.
Oh wow.
Would you look at that? Setting records.
Yeah, that was more enjoyable than Wonder Woman. Um.
That was yes, very much so. Yeah, if you're listening to this, do not watch Wonder Woman. Just like Listen to my other
Okay, well,
podcasts, and that's a way better
watch it.
experience.
Um, don't go to theaters to watch it, or don't
Absolutely
get
do not.
HBO
Okay,
Max.
don't spend a fucking dollar on that movie. Pirate
Yeah,
it though if you want. It's just entertaining enough to pirate. Don't spend a dollar on it though.
yes. Okay. So if you have HBO Max, like I have it, AT&T, like watch it. So
Sure.
why not?
Yeah.
And you can just watch it while you do homework. But if you like purposely like money to see that,
You're dumb.
don't go to a theater. Don't go.
Yeah. Absolutely do
That's
not
gas money.
do that. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. When I remember the bit I like to do to close it out, what's your message to the world?
Don't be stupid.
That's a pretty good message. All right. Thanks for being on.
Welcome.
Yeah, I'll talk to you later. Uh, peace.
This appearance will cost you $200.
Fuck.